All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 140 pound division, 135 pound division, where Gary Russell Jr. is on a plan to fight Gervonta Davis. As things play out and Gary Russell Jr. speaks out about what he thinks Gervonta Davis should do next. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Gervonta Davis and Gary Russell Jr.'s plural and Lamont Roach as we look past the exhibition fight that is going to take place between Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul and get on to what most likely Gervonta Davis is going to do after that, because Gervonta Davis is not going to be retiring despite a lot of the conversation and a lot of talk that is going on. I have spoken with people that are out of Upton Gym in Baltimore, Maryland. They assured me that Gervonta Davis is just going to pick up a quick bag, and that is what he's going, and that's all he's going to do against Jake Paul. There's so much money on the table that the fact that he had already signed for the fight with Jake Paul before he fought Lamont Roach, that Gervonta Davis is going to go on about doing his business in the boxing ring for at least a few more fights after Jake Paul is done. Now, before I get into the details, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you guys so much for what you do for the channel. And thank you to everybody that supports in the super thanks and videos. It really goes a long way to helping out the channel. So thank you guys very much. Also, just want to let you know I do some videos with my face on it, some videos with my face off of it these days, primarily because I'm tired of people clipping my videos and making shorts and taking what I say out of context. Don't appreciate it much, so have been taking my face off the camera more often than not as of late. Don't know how long that's going to continue, but just wanted to answer that question because some people had asked me about that. But getting on to the subject of the video, you know we got this fight up with coming up with Gervonta and Jake Paul. I do believe that it's going to be an actual fight. I know it's an exhibition and it's not going on anybody's record, but I believe that it's going to be an actual fight where these guys are going to really try to hurt each other in the ring. I don't see Gervonta Davis having a lot of problem with Jake Paul. Matter of fact, a lot of the people that are saying, oh, Gervonta Davis looked like his spirit was gone. It looked like his heart is gone talking to Jake Paul. Man, he just knows he's going to beat up Jake Paul and he's not impressed by Jake Paul. So he's going to collect the money and move on. But that brings up the question, what's he going to do afterwards? Is he going to fight Lamont Roach? Is he going to fight who? Well, if you look at the card that has taken place with the Jake Paul fight, you'll notice something. There to date is one PBC fighter in or around his weight class that is there on that undercard. And that is Gary Antoine Russell, a Gary Antoine Russell that should be fighting Hiroka, I believe his name is Andy Hiroka, to defend his 140 pound. I do believe he's the WBC champion at 140 pounds. Because he would be the WBA. He's not the WBA. It fought for the WBA. But regardless, Gary Antoine Russell is a 140 pound champion, and he's somebody that is in line to fight Gervonta. And let me tell you why I say that. Because there are two other people that are going to be fighting at the 140 pound division around the same time that Gervonta's having his exhibition and Gary Antoine Russell is going to be having his fight against Andy Hiroka on that card. And that is Lamont Roach versus Pitbull Cruz. That is a fight that is not complete yet, not done yet, But my understanding is that they are in negotiations for Lamont Roach to move up to 140 pounds and fight Pitbull Cruz. Now, what does that do? That allows Gervonta Davis to fight the winner of Pitbull Cruz and Lamont Roach, right? However, that's at 140. And where are the belts, right? Because you know that Gervonta Davis very well may get stripped by the WBA. Who knows what they're going to do? They said that they had not given permission for the fight. But anyway, obviously Gervonta doesn't care too much about that 135-pound WBA belt. And Shakur Stevenson is also going up to 140 pounds. So this sets up a scenario where one or two things can happen. Gervonta can go right and fight the winner of Lamont Roach and Pitbull Cruz, because Gervonta Davis had been talking about having a rematch with Pitbull Cruz. Pitbull Cruz fight was actually one of the fights that were kind of close for Gervonta, probably his second closest fight after the fight that took place with Lamont Roach. But Pitbull and he are going to fight, and Gary Antoine Russell is the only one of those people that have a belt, having the WBC belt at 140 pounds. So if Gervonta Davis is going to continue to fight, most of the fights that are easy to make for him and easy to have big money fights for him are going to be internal PBC fights. And that is the winner of those two fights. And I think that will be a fantastic way to introduce Gervonta more than likely into the 140-pound division. I don't really see what there is at 135 pounds for him, except for I would love on the outside chance that he would fight the older of the Gary Russell brothers, Gary Russell Jr. If Gervonta would be willing to fight him, that fight could happen at 135 pounds. But if he wants to do something that is chase your legacy type stuff, that is available with Gary Antoine Russell. And Gary Antoine Russell, his name is in as good a stead as any of those fighters at 140 pounds. And he's probably the best guy at 140 pounds. He does have a loss to Sabril Matias, but I think that he more than made up for that in his defense, in him winning the title off of Rayo Valenzuela. And we'll see what he does with Andy Hiroko. But look, I'm excited for what's going on with Gervonta after the Jake Paul fight. And to tell you the truth, I'm kind of excited about the Jake Paul fight. I wasn't really into the Gervonta Davis Canelo Alvarez fight up until we got to the fight week, and it wound up being a much better fight than a lot of people expected. I'm saying the same thing could possibly happen with this card with Jake Paul and Gervonta. Not that I think Jake Paul is some world-class fighter, but just because I think I might be very happy to see a little dude beat the tar out of him in Gervonta Davis, because Gervonta is more than likely going to show out on him because he said that he's taking it seriously. But anyway, keep your eyes open. Don't listen to everybody that's complaining about what Gervonta's doing. This is an exhibition fight. It'll be over before you know it. And then boom, we can be on to a next real fight, hopefully. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.